And finally, a chilling manhunt came to a close yesterday with the arrest of a 57-year-old suspected shooter who allegedly posed as a police officer to carry out a deadly political attack in Minnesota on Saturday. 57-year-old Vance Boelter is accused of fatally shooting Minnesota House Democratic leader Melissa Hortman and her husband at their home. Here's more from Minnesota.
A shocking act of violence has rocked Minnesota's political landscape as State Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband, Mark, were gunned down in what Governor Tim Walz described as a politically motivated assassination. State Senator John Hoffman and his wife Yvette were also shot and seriously wounded in a separate but connected attacks last week. The suspect, 57-year-old Vance Boelter, was apprehended on June 15th in a rural area of Sibley County. Authorities say he was heavily armed and dressed in a law enforcement-style uniform, so convincing that most civilians wouldn't notice the difference. He now faces 2 counts of second-degree murder and 2 counts of attempted murder.
After a 2-day manhunt, 2 sleepless nights, law enforcement have apprehended Vance Boelter. That's 48 hours that law enforcement involved in a complex and dangerous manhunt. Spent Father's Day away from their families to deliver justice for Melissa and Mark Hortman and their children who spent this Father's Day alone.
Boelter is alleged to have fled on foot after opening fire at Hortman's Brooklyn Park residence. Just prior, he reportedly shot Senator Hoffman and his wife at their home nearby. Hoffman sustained 9 bullet wounds and is undergoing multiple surgeries, while Yvette, who was hit 8 times, shared on social media that they feel incredibly lucky to be alive. The FBI had issued a nationwide alert with a $50,000 reward and circulated a photo of Boelter wearing a tan cowboy hat. Authorities found his abandoned car and personal belongings, including the hat, in a field near his Greenell home before tracking him down. Police say the suspect may have impersonated a police officer to carry out the attacks, and while a motive is still under investigation, officials believe political ideology may have been a factor.
One with the doors that are wide open here.
Boelter's wife and other family members were interviewed and cooperated with investigators, though none have been taken into custody. U.S. President Donald Trump has condemned the terrible shooting of the lawmakers.
Absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible.
While Governor Walz mourned the loss of a close colleague and friend, calling Hortman a great leader who served Minnesota with distinction.
To Melissa and Mark's family, I cannot fathom your pain and the grief that you're going through. We'll take solace in the memory and the work that Melissa did, and you can rest assured that we will put every ounce of effort that the state of Minnesota has to make sure that justice is served and the individual responsible for this serves the time for the unspeakable act. State grieves with you.
Several Minnesotans are also devastated over shooting of lawmaker.
We've lost such a wonderful person in our government. She was doing so much for the families of Minnesota, and to lose her is tragic. I can't believe she's gone.
A country founded on democracy, and I mean, we have disagreements, but we're supposed to solve those peacefully and through the democratic process, not through violence. It's just, I don't think I'm alone in saying, I think the country's in the worst state it's been in since the Civil War. And I think I hope it's going to get better, but I'm afraid it's going to get a lot worse before it does.
The attack has not only claimed lives and left others gravely injured, but also shattered the sense of security for public servants across the nation. As investigators work to unravel the motive behind this politically charged tragedy, questions about the safety of elected officials and the potential consequences of growing political extremism loom large.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English, $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka-charge mo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Skali radikali.
Japanese,
4 兆ドル以上も
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select the language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.